Okay, let's get started. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming. I'm Jiang Jingwen from Major EICC. Today, I would like to make a presentation about the generation gap. In fact, a few days ago, my topic was not the generation gap, but the some preference. I wanted to get some advice from my parents who have more experience in life, so we had a little conversation. I thought I could get some different opinions, and I did get some very amazing opinions. I found out that when we were making that conversation, my parents was talking about what is the some preference. However, what I want is why some people only wanted boys. I thought about it, and I think it is because of the generation gap between me and my parents, because these are completely two different things. So, what is the generation gap? The generation gap is the psychological distance between generation to generation. I believe there are two major reasons for generation gap. Why there is generation gap between the old and the young. The first reason is the physical reason. Because of the age and various experience, our ways of thinking are always different. As we are the young people, we are always pursuing our dreams, our love, our friendship, and our career. However, for the old generation, they believe they can think more mature because they have more experience. And when our differences of the ways of thinking comes out, and we do not have a successful conversation to solve this contradiction, this will come to the generation gap. And for the second reason is the development of society. Nowadays, every stage of society and technology is developing dramatically. Over the past few years, with the social software becoming more popular among the young people, although the old generations will use the software, however, we are always focused on different things. So we cannot understand what others, for me, is for the old generations are thinking about. And the most important thing is the culture has changed. Because of the difference of the circumstance, views and values becomes different, and it must be different from different generations. So this imbalance of the knowledge becomes to the generation gap. And what can we do with the generation gap? In fact, the generation gap is something objective which cannot be avoided, but I believe it can be resolved. For the parents, I think the first thing that parents have to do is to understand their children. Because lack of knowledge about their children, some parents tend to project their wishful ideas on their children, and that will not be easy to talk to their children. And for children, we have to communicate patiently with our parents when there is a disagreement, as we are the one who can accept new things more successful than the old generation. And it will be our responsibility to guide our parents or the old generation to accept these new things. So above all, the generation gap cannot be avoided, but can be solved. And this is what I want to make this presentation. Both the old generation and young people have the responsibility to make some efforts with the generation gap. And that's all. Thank you.